What's going on, guys? So you decided to join the army and you're wondering, do drill sergeants really eat like privates, hearts, and souls for breakfast? So in this video, I want to clear up a few things and misconceptions about drill sergeants and what they're actually like, because all the viral videos and stuff on YouTube about drill sergeants, just yelling at privates all the time, the fact that people think it's like that every day, all day, is wrong, and it's not like that. So in this video, I want to talk about what the drill sergeants are actually like and the different phases that you're going to go through and how the drill sergeants will change through each phase. Now, starting off, the videos that you guys are most familiar with, which is when the drill sergeants are in their face and they're yelling and blah blah blah, doing all this stuff, 99% of these videos are from the shark attack, which is the first day of basic training.
Get down! Get down! Get up! You better get down! You better get down! Get down! Get down! You
A lot of these videos are from the first day of basic training. Usually they're with the shark attack. The video that I just showed you guys, I believe is from the ROTC basic camp, but it's still the drill sergeants. They're still going to act the same way there. But yeah, they're just in your face. They're yelling at you. You can't really do anything right. You don't know what to do because you're confused. It's like you're in this whole new area scenario, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like I can't do anything without a drill sergeant yelling at me. And that's kind of what it's like the first day, or the first few hours anyways. If you kind of lay low, you might not even get yelled at all. But if you do anything out of the ordinary that gets their attention, you're probably going to be swarmed by these drill sergeants. And once one drill sergeant goes and starts yelling in your face, another one's going to be like, oh look, this is fun, let me go and do it too. And he's going to come. And another drill sergeant's going to come. And you're going to, before you know it, you're going to be surrounded by a couple drill sergeants yelling at you, a couple inches away from your face. And you're just sitting there like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. In the video that I showed you guys, he actually was smiling, and that's why the drill sergeant started yelling at him, because he was smiling. So I know a lot of people are always like, I think I'm gonna laugh or something whenever drill sergeants yell at me or something like that. If you're that kind of person to laugh whenever somebody's yelling at you, you're probably gonna get over that pretty quickly. You're probably gonna do that once and just be done with it, because it's going to be a rough day for you when you do that. So that's kind of how the drill sergeants are going to be during the shark attack, which is day one of basic training. After that, you will get a speech by your drill sergeants. They're going to talk to you about how you're supposed to call them drill sergeant, don't call them by their name and all this stuff. And they're going to kind of talk to you. You're all going to be standing at attention and all that stuff. And this is kind of where red phase begins. This is where red phase begins, but this is where the process of them trying to break you down is happening, right? So they're yelling at you, they're doing things, you can't do anything right. For us, we didn't get to talk for the first week or so. So you're going to have all these privileges and stuff taken away, and they're not really going to treat you like normal people for the beginning of basic training. Now, after red phase, once you start going out to the range and stuff like that, the drill sergeants will start to change a little bit. They'll start to change to where they are coaching you and mentoring you. Not necessarily mentoring you, but teaching you different ways of being a soldier, like how to be a soldier, how to do this, that, and the other, how to march, how to do X, Y, Z. So what will happen sometimes at basic training is you will have a class on something, and the drill sergeants are the instructors, and they're going to be teaching you something. So at the beginning of basic training, you're going to be getting yelled at and doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden the drill sergeant will be like, right, get in a U-shaped formation. So you're basically just going to get around them, and they're going to start talking to you about marching. They're going to tell you how to march, and they're going to teach you all this stuff. So they're going to do that. When it comes to rifle marksmanship stuff, they're going to teach you how to do that. I know my drill sergeant, at the end of the day, he was an infantryman. He was real good, a sniper and all that. And he got us all around in the middle of the barracks, and he just taught us. And he went a lot of times one by one and was teaching us how to shoot our rifles and how to basically master the basic fundamentals of rifle marksmanship. and you know, he was teaching us. Now on the flip side of that, he would get pissed all the time about just the littlest things, and they do that on purpose. It's not really the kind of person that they are, because at the end of basic training, you'll kind of see them become more like humanly and like being like, oh wow, that's like an actual person. But they're basically going to be yelling at you for all the tiniest little things. They're not going to be getting in your face every 5 seconds. They're just going to be yelling at you like, why the heck are you doing this? You know you're not supposed to do this, or you know you're supposed to do this. Like, why aren't you doing it? They'll yell at you. They'll smoke you. But it's not like day one of basic training all the time where they're just in your face all the time, because a lot of these guys, they do that. They just try to, it's like the initial initiation to the Army is that initial shark attack. But after that, the drill sergeants, honestly, they just have fun with it, right? So they are having fun smoking you guys. They're having fun doing that. They're not usually mad at you for anything. They're kind of having more fun by making you do a bunch of push-ups. They're having fun, you know, having like that all-powerful control over you. So that's kind of what it's like. The drill sergeants are in control of your life, every aspect of your life, and when you deviate in any way, they will correct you. So that's kind of how they treat the whole process. And through the whole process of basic training, they are teaching you and coaching you and trying to make you the best soldier you can be. Once you get past that initial breakdown phase, the first week, which is rough, the first 2 weeks, still rough. But once you get past that, then they start to build you back up, and they do more coaching and stuff like that. So it's kind of like videos like this.
Point, turning left, we'll shorten up their steps to make sure that we're staying on line as we come through that left line. So whoever is at that pivot point, you're coming through, chop it up, face.
For me, I had 4 very different drill sergeants. I had one drill sergeant who had left halfway through, and then another one who picked up his slot and came in halfway through. And they were both kind of like the more laid back guys. But for example, the one drill sergeant who was usually most people's favorite, he, you know, talked to us like we were normal people a lot of the time. And then if we screwed up, he would be like, guys, if you don't get your crap together right now, you're going to regret it. And usually we'd be like, okay, we're going to hurry up and do what we're supposed to do, because he was a really fit drill sergeant. And if we did anything, we would be exhausted, you know, because of that. So he was pretty chill. He was pretty cool. A lot of drill sergeants now, I mean, they're not going to yell at you all the time. They'll be like, they'll kind of flip out on you like real quickly, like, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. But they're not going to totally yell at you. A lot of times they're going to talk to you like a normal person. And for a couple of my drill sergeants, they smoked you with like a calm voice. So I had a drill sergeant who was an interrogator, or he is an interrogator, whatever, and he liked to smoke us. He'd just be totally calm, and he'd be walking around, you know, with his hands down, and he'd be, you know, just talking to us while we're all sitting there doing stuff. And then he would yell, you know, position of attention, move, front leaning rest position, move, and we would do it, and he would just smoke the crap out of us, but calmly, right? And that's kind of how some drill sergeants will do that. Not every drill sergeant is going to use anger and aggression to try to get you try and get you to do what they want you to do. Some drill sergeants will talk to you, and they'll just be like, hey, you're screwing up right now. You're playing, you know, stupid little games. You think this is a game, which, you know, kind of in some ways it is a game. So I just lost my train of thought because I got interrupted. But yeah, they're gonna basically punish you physically, however kind of their personality trait is. So if they're the type of guy who's all real physical and just enjoys, you know, yelling, and like this is just their type of personality, then that's kind of how they're going to be. But you're also going to have drill sergeants who have more of a calm personality and will just talk you through the smoking process and just like punish you, smoke you, make you exhausted, but at the same time they don't really blow up on you. Like I had 2 drill sergeants that never actually got super duper pissed. They were pretty calm. The other 2 drill sergeants were a little bit more far out there, but you know, it wasn't like that all the time. Now, another thing that you may not expect from drill sergeants is the drill sergeant time or just the different times whenever they're just gonna straight up talk to you, right? For us, it was usually whenever they would hand out mail, or only one drill sergeant would really do this, but it would be whenever we handed out mail, and he would just kind of talk to us about, you know, the girls that he's with, or, you know, just different things about his personal life. And I know other people or other drill sergeants, other friends have had drill sergeants like this. So you might have a drill sergeant who just kind of talks to you about his life and is kind of more of a jokester or just something like that. So you might have that as well. So moral of the story here, moral of this video is a drill sergeant's purpose at basic training is to break you down at the beginning and then build you up to be the best soldier you can be. Now the breaking down process, usually there's going to be a lot more yelling, a lot more smoking involved, but the building up process, this is where the drill sergeants will actually be helping you and instructing you, and if you ask them, giving you one-on-one instruction, because their purpose is to make you a better soldier. So like I said, the first 2 weeks, that's just kind of how it is. But drill sergeants as a whole, you got to remember, they're still people. Some of them can be like total douchebags or whatever, but at the end of the day, the drill sergeants are only going to be, they're just going to be the worst at the very beginning. So maybe some of you guys who've been to basic training, or all you guys who are prior service or whatever, you can, you know, leave your comments down below, like what you think. Did you have like a cool drill sergeant? Did you have, you know, some nice drill sergeant? Did you have this crazy mean drill sergeant who was just like a douche the entire time? It could definitely vary because they're just different people, different personalities. I like to hear from you guys if you have any different I don't know, experiences with your drill sergeant. So let me know down in the comment section. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button if you liked it. You know, subscribe if you want to stick around for more videos, and I will see you guys later.